Today I am super excited. Why? Who is the best? James May or Jeremy Clarkson? They both own pubs. I've visited both twice, as it happens, and they both feature in my book. I think they are both superstars because, in James May's point of view, he partnershiped up with somebody, and behind me, the Royal Oak he saved, because otherwise this would have been closed down. This is in Swallowcliffe, so you can see it there. And Jeremy, well, he done a fantastic thing as well. The Farmer's Dog, that was closed and he reopened it. So in my eyes, fantastic. Now I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to mark it out of 50. Ambience out of 10, service out of 10, starter out of 10, main out of 10, and desserts out of 10, and give my personal opinion on who is the best. Where's Hammond? Hammond, you've got to find a pub. You've got to buy a pub. As always, let's give it a go. Come on. Before I walk in, bonus point for Mr. May. Take a look. In places, good hotel guide, good hotel guide, where Gary eats. Good old James. Absolutely brilliant. Smile already. Yes. The Royal Oak welcomes friendly four-legged friends. You did last time. Loads of you have asked me to do this comparison. Have you been to James's pub or Jeremy's pub, or have you been to both of them? Put it in the comments section for me. Which one do you prefer? What I like here, straight away, it's called the Dorset Sixpenny Best, brewed locally, which I really like. 3.8% ABV, so we'll start there. Recommended by the chap who's running the pub. He said this is their best seller. That is a brilliant best bitter. What I want to try and do is do a fair comparison between both pubs. So trying to order very similar dishes. I'm going to start here straight away with their pork venison and pistachio terrine. So I'm going to try and get exactly the same at Jeremy's. Then down here, I'm going to go for their 8-ounce flat iron steak, Café de Paris, butter, onion rings, watercress and shallot salad, Diane sauce. Now I've turned around and said, any chance of changing that just to be a bit of a pain? No, because I don't like mushrooms, but no problem at all. They're changing it to a peppercorn sauce. Service, that's moved it up a little bit if you like. Then they got their hand cut chips. I'll come to all the prices afterwards. Been here before. Stunning pub. There's no ifs, buts. Stunning pub. Absolutely love it. Service so far has been up there. Onto the starter. Terrine first. Take a close up down here. So you have some sourdough. Now this is the pork venison and pistachio terrine. Here we have some cornichons and also the, this is actually quite strange, celeriac remoulade. Remoulade. I haven't had one of them before. Slightly different. Sourdough is warm, like that. Nice touch. Let's get you here. Let's not stand around too long, Gary. Move that off there. Move you guys over there. Hello. Let's get in here. Straight away. That's rich. Venison that's the punchy flavour. But on the back here, you're still getting the pate taste. I want to put that here on some sourdough. Oh, there you go. I was about to say, where's the pistachio? But I can just see the pistachio in there. So put the celeriac on there as well. Celeriac is really rich and creamy. When it goes there with the venison pate, the tartness of the pate, then have the sweetness. That's banging. That is absolutely bang on. My cornichon, a little mini gherkin. Oh yeah. What's up, duck? Cool, I tell you what, they are nice, pickled, really pickled. That could be me a bit later on. For a starter, absolutely bang on, and it is bang on. I think the portion size is perfect. You wouldn't want anything more than that for a starter. Perfect. I wasn't expecting that presentation, and I wasn't expecting the brilliant aroma that's coming off there. Café de Paris butter. Then you have the flat iron steak. That's actually cut a lot thicker than I thought. A couple of onion rings on top. Peppercorn sauce around the side, which obviously wasn't on the original menu. Some chips and watercress and shallot salad. Not going to stand on ceremony. That is so light. I tell you, that's one of the best onion rings I've ever had. The batter on it is not just light, I'm talking almost non-existent. Sweetness to the onion ring, that is absolutely outrageously good. It's outrageously bad, me putting hot food on a salad there, but I'm just trying to create a bit of space. There is no lacking in the sauce, is there? Absolutely none. Let's try the sauce, actually. Oh, that's good. I'm not getting an awful lot of peppercorn out of it. I have got to say that. But the creaminess. Oh my dear. That's not packet. That's definitely not packet. That is absolutely beautiful. Asked how I wanted it cooked. Medium rare. It has come up perfectly medium rare. Flat iron steak can be a little bit on the chewy side because it is a cheaper cut of meat. If I knew any better, I'd say that isn't flat iron. It is, because it's got quite an intense beef flavour, and it has a little bit of chewiness, but I've been to Flat Iron, the restaurant chain itself doesn't produce steak that classy at all. The sauce, that's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. What does it bring with the Café de Paris butter? Got herbs, you've got garlic with that. I've kind of ruined it by having the peppercorn sauce with that. No issue though. Fries, let's grab one of them. I'm then going to decant them and so you can just see how many we get. Oh, hot. Lovely and crunchy, no issue, usual. No one saw that. That to me is a great portion. Great colour to the chips. Some chunky, some smaller, all round. I am Mr. Happy. Should know which one of the 7 dwarfs I am. I'm not happy I keep chucking everything all over the place. Let's bang on as well. Watercress with steak works well because obviously the pepperiness of the watercress. What's in there is a vinaigrette, and the shallots give it a little bit of sharpness, but the vinaigrette as well, it's got a lot of acidity, and that works. What do I think? I'll tell you what, that's bang on. Bang on. Dessert time. I fell out with everyone the last time I done dessert here. I actually marked it down. Everybody, oh, bang out of line, Gary, you're really, really naughty. I'm not going to mention the portion size on the dessert. Promise you, I'm not going to mention the portion size. Okay. I'm actually crying. I've got to stop crying. Stop it. Stop it. Start again. Sticky toffee pudding, vanilla ice cream, and loads of toffee sauce around the side. So I kept making mistakes. They've listened to me. Look at the size of that. Last time I came here, I was criticised and said, no, I think the portion should be a bit bigger. Now I think the portion should be a bit smaller. I can't win, can I? I'm just a muppet. Right, straight in. Lots of toffee sauce all the way around. That sponge is, again, like the onion rings, incredibly light. Got a lovely flavour to it. However, the toffee sauce, holy moly, that is sweet. I like it. Take a look. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. Okay, I'm not going to stand on ceremony here. Portion-wise, absolutely brilliant. I like the vanilla. I haven't tried it, actually. I don't like the vanilla. I do like the vanilla ice cream. Actually, really toffee flavoured. Portion-wise, excellent. The sticky toffee pudding itself, beautiful. The toffee sauce around it, that touch too sweet. It's a dessert, Gary. Engage the brain. What we're going to do, give it a quick conversation outside, then jump in the car and whiz up to Mr. Clarkson's. God, that's a lot of food now. I'm moaning about something. I'm moaning when it's too small. I'm moaning when it's too big. Got the bill, paid the bill, it's all there. Nice Christmas tree. This is it. This is it. The hallowed seat. This is where James May sits on any occasion he comes in. Apparently, because he lives local, he's here quite a bit. So this is it. No, I was going to sit on it then. Let's take a quick walk outside. After you, Mr. Cameraman. Go on, you go first. I'm too kind to you sometimes. Absolutely too kind. Okay, so I've got the bill. I've paid the bill. I'm going to give my final scores at the end because I want to compare, and that's the right thing to do, is compare completely. It's a beautiful day here, actually. Beautiful day. This is a beautiful pub as well. It's one of my favourites. I absolutely adore everything about that pub. I also really enjoyed the food. Jeremy, you're under pressure. Royal Oak, Swallowcliff, absolutely bang on. Just outside Burford, here is Jeremy Clarkson's pub, the Farmer's Dog. Got to tell you, car park is incredibly busy, so I don't want to hang around out here. I want to just get straight in and show you what's available. Come with me, come on. Oh, hang on. I'm not going to use the language, but he thinks something that's good beer. Jeremy, that works for me. Good beer. Come on. Come in. I can't believe how busy this still is. There's a huge, quite a queue, but they were super efficient. Staffing again, excellent. Bang, straight up, right. Lots of staff here, so they're really taking care of you. Got the menu in front of me. What am I having? Ham hock terrine. Have I had that somewhere else before? Yes. I'm also going to go for their gammon steak on this occasion with crushed new potatoes, roasted vegetables, seasonal greens and cider cream sauce. Just waiting to get served, and I'm going to get myself whatever they recommend ale-wise. Lovely music in the background. Staff have impressed me here because the car park is packed already, and I had a booking at 5 o'clock. I got here at 4:45, and they're queuing. And near enough, everyone's there for the 5 o'clock booking. Love it. Bit different. This one's a bit different. It's more of a modern feel to a destination food pub, and the previous one was more of a traditional destination food pub. I still like both pubs. Got myself a beer. It's from his own brewery. It's Hawkstone Harvest, 4.2%. A little fly there. But there's change. You should be around. Oh, I'll tell you. It's kind of summery, hoppy, light, and a little bit fruity. Take a look here. So I've got my terrine. First impressions, it kind of looks a little bit like how Gordon Ramsay presents his, except he has croutons. And Jeremy obviously looked at the video, and I said put some bread on there, and that's what he's kindly done. Then you have some fresh salad there, and a dressing in there, honey dressing. Let's get straight into the terrine, and let's see what we're all about. This one hasn't got the layer of fat that was around the one at James May's pub. So, ham hock. Oh yes. As you know, I think the ham hock has a huge amount of flavour. Is it up there with the venison? I'm not too sure if it's up there with the venison because that was stupendously good. This is very nice. Oh yeah, excellent portion of it. Then onto the bread. Bit too much butter on that piece. Let's take you off. Butter's started to melt nicely, so that helps. You on there. exactly the same. Obviously, at James May's pub, we had a celeriac, but here we've just got some salad. Just letting you know, that's all. Quick glance there. I would have preferred that to be toasted. It's not toasted. I would prefer. Again, that's preferential choice, my personal choice. Down here on the salad, through you. Really taste the honey on that. Really taste the honey. Starters go, pretty good. Pretty good. Is it as good as James May's? I'll tell you at the end. I do like ham hock though. It's certainly not a small piece of gammon. Check close up in there. So you've got the cider and cream sauce on top, a little bit of greenery, then lift it up and lift it up and lift it up. That is a huge piece of gammon. Then underneath, you've got the greens. What's this? Ah, that's the potato. Not exactly crushed, but hey, it's crushed now, isn't it? Then huge great big carrot. That's a lot of food. Well, it's a big piece of gammon. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. Well, that to me is a perfect piece of gammon. And I mean perfect. It's got a lovely saltiness in there, but the thing about it is how it cuts, and it is super tender. Now, do you know what makes this absolutely awesomely good? Is the cider sauce. Tiny, tiny taste of cider, beautiful amount of cream in there, and that has really elevated the gammon. Gammon, it's not smoked gammon, it's just a normal gammon, but tender, sourced locally, and Jeremy really, really champions local farms. If that's what they produce, I'm with him. That is absolutely bang on, and I mean absolutely fantastic. I would imagine these should be very fresh. You can taste the freshness. That has massively impressed me. The crushed potato. Is there one? Do you know, actually, that's actually really nice. Last but not least, the carrot. Carrot is lovely and sweet, as you'd expect. Potato itself is there. It's got skin on, and that to me adds the flavour. God, skin on a jacket potato, on any kind of potato. What I think this is brilliant. The lady just came over and said, "Is there anything else you want?" I said, "Yeah. Is there any chance a little bit more of the cider sauce?" Absolutely no issue. Service levels, both establishments, top. Saying that, haven't received it yet, but it'll be coming. Literally 1 minute later, here we go. It's got a beautiful aroma. For dessert, I ordered an apple crumble, and what I got was a deconstructed apple crumble. Take a look over here. You have the sponge, then you have some crumble there. Move the ice cream over, you've got more crumble, and then some stewed apples. Straight in. Oh, that was soft, to say the very least. That is good. That is really good. Let's try it with some apple. Would you prefer it all together yourself? Or the modern way, everyone seems to deconstruct everything. Saying that when I get the stuff, I do get a burger or whatever, I just seem to deconstruct it completely myself. And would you prefer custard to ice cream? I don't care. There's real sweetness with the crumble. That is a nice crumble. Oh yeah, the apple is the pure star of the show. The right degree of sweetness, and then a little bit of bitterness in there as well. So they've countered each other really good. That's good. That's good. What I'm going to do, I'll tell you what, it's going to be easy. Easy for me to finish, difficult for me to mark. How am I going to mark these two? Out of 50. That was a good decision. It's pitch black outside. I won't be able to see anything. I'll be going, looking at the bills going, not sure how much that was, not sure how much this is, not sure what marks I'm going to give. I'm certainly full up. The adventure ends. I love exactly what Jeremy and James are doing, sourcing their ingredients from local farmers and from around their surrounding areas. Love both pubs. Totally different though. James's is more of a locals pub with some tourists, and Jeremy's is more of a touristy pub with some locals in. Straight onto the food. Starters, both terrines. Which one do I prefer? Well, the price at James's was £9.50. At Jeremy's, it was £12. And I think James's was that bit better. I think I'm going to give James a 9 and Jeremy a 8.5. On to the mains. Love them both. I really enjoyed them both. At James's, it was £28. At Jeremy's, it was £22. I'm actually going to score this identical, 9.5 each. However, there's always a however with me. I'm giving it to Jeremy on this occasion. Even though the scores are the same, the quality of that gammon was just outrageous. And yes. In fairness, I've got a farm shop here. I'd go to that farm shop just to buy that gammon. Absolutely incredible. On to the desserts. I just prefer Jeremy's there. I really did. The apple crumble as it was. The apple itself, that's what really was the star there. Price-wise, though, Jeremy's is more expensive, £12. James's was £9. I'm going to give... might be a bit harsh here. That was a big portion. At James's... No, I'll stick with it. 8.5 for James, 9 for Jeremy. Now, ambience. Slight difference on this one. I prefer James May's pub. It's there, you're felt part of the family here, because it's so busy. It's kind of, if you like, in and out. Let's get them in, let's get them out. What they do though, they still look after you when you're in there. The pints. Now this is the big differential. Jeremy brews his own, £6.75. James doesn't. He buys it in and he sources it locally, £5.30. I'm giving Jeremy a 9 out of 10, but I'm giving James a perfect 10 out of 10. Onto the service. I was a bit naughty in both. I changed the sauce from the Diane sauce to a peppercorn sauce. No issue whatsoever. And here I asked for more cider sauce. Again, no issue whatsoever. So, excellent service. Here, they're a lot busier, a lot more rushed off their feet, but a lot more staff. Absolutely superb. James's, very relaxed and absolutely top drawer as well. 10 out of 10 for both. Easy. Final scores on the doors. Who is the winner? Am I going to sit on the fence? Am I going to sit on the fence? Would I do something like that? Absolutely no chance. Overall score. James, 47. Jeremy, 46. So James just about wins. What I do like is the fact when I was in James's pub, you see where he sits all the time. You won't believe it. Guess who's in there? Jeremy. He's in there. I did not go over. I did not annoy him. You know, I'm not like that. I might go back and annoy him in a second. Guys, what do you think? As I said earlier on, if you've been to both pubs, which one do you think is the best? I'll be really interested in knowing. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you know, I always appreciate it. And until next time, bye-bye. I'm going back in. I want his autograph.